In this week, we face the loss of our long-time revolutionary comrade Daw Rosey Aung, or Daw Tay Tay Win, who was claimed to be died by the cause of failure of heart pacemaker and her long-time heart disease. There is no argument so far on it, but the impact of emotional suffers, exciting angers, feeling and psychological suffers are also contributing factors that can give a bad effect to the patient with heart disease. Daw Rosey Aung faced the very tough, struggling things in her life throughout as a political activist for Burma to get the freedom from military dictatorship. She was arrested at the age of 15 for her taking part in 1974 demonstrations against General Ne Win's government. In Insen prison, she witnessed the execution of Salai Tin Maungo, who was brought by the prison staff to the hanging stage by passing through near her jail cell. Although she was offered to be released if she signed the paper, she refused to do so. Daw Rosey Aung moved to USA and resided there until her death. During her last year of life in 2022, she became critical to the lobbyists who are working for National Unity Government of Myanmar, so-called political group which is only recognized as an organization, not as a government in Burma Act legitimated by United States of America. Daw Rosey Aung criticized National Unity Government for their mishandling of people-donated funds for Freedom Revolution, their collection of people money through various projects but no practical results were outcome, no transparency in income /expenses related to management of people funds, no response by officials of National Unity Government of Myanmar on her request to meet them to seek their financial statements. She has made many Facebook Live talks to highlight such wrongdoings of National Unity Government of Myanmar. In return, she faced with many online bullying by the supporters and lobbyists of National Unity Government. The followings are some of the people who bullied her online. E.I. Pansalo, she wrote to suggest Daw Rosey Aung to use lubricating sex liquid. Heinz Orneo, he made various offending manipulated photos of her. Min Min Zor Hein, he swelled her online and made offending verbal comments on her. Fuyu More, she branded her as a person who suffers leprosy. Those lobbyists also hacked her Facebook account, made her account to be eliminated by Facebook, made fake accounts by using her photos. Widespread online bullying with their strength of followers, etc. On the 18th of December, 2022, 2 days before her death, Daw Rosey Aung wrote that she no longer had the strength to withstand her suffers. She passed away on the 20th of December, 2022. Although the officials of National Unity Government of Myanmar received her request on People Funds Matter and their lobbyists are bullying her by online, they never ever tried to stop them or issue any statement to object them. The main problem is that although they claimed themselves to be the people government of Myanmar, in reality, no one elects them as their government. When General Min Aung Hlaing staged a military coup to topple the elected government of Myanmar on the 1st of February, 2021, the widespread people angers and people demonstrations against Myanmar military got the momentum. Though some candidates of National League for Democracy, which won 2020 Myanmar election, formed the group committee representing Pai Dong La Tor, CRPH, which is a committee to represent the Parliament of Myanmar in February 2021, and then in April 2021, the declaration to form National Unity Government was made. Myanmar people who wanted to remove the military overwhelmingly supported National Unity Government. Those politicians applied the right time to attract people support. Although they could manage to get the people support, most of them are not qualified enough and possess the sufficient experience and wills to fight for freedom of Myanmar people. During the election time in 2020, Myanmar people listened to Daw Aung San Suu Kyi's advice to them to look at only National League for Democracy party, not the quality of individual candidates. People worried about the return of the power by Union Solidarity and Development Party, which is the political part that people believe that it was the party of thieves who stole people treasures. Most voters in Myanmar voted for the candidates nominated by National League for Democracy without knowing the quality of them. Even in the parliamentary term from 2015 to 2020, the NLD-led government could not do any significant changes in Myanmar except some developments. It could not resolve ethnic nationalities issues and peace with ethnic revolutionary organizations. To be worse, it supported the attack on Arakan army in Rakhine state, not prevent Myanmar military to do Rohingya genocide. Daw Aung San Suu Kyi, who is the state councillor, even went to ICJ in Netherlands to defend Myanmar military in Rohingya genocide case. National unity government lacks the inclusion of true representatives of Eros in the cabinet, did very little for drafting the constitution to get the true federalism, did not pay the financial support to the government staff who are taking parts in civil disobedient movement, CDM, who followed their advices to take part in CDM, members of People Defence Force who are Generation Z youths who took parts in the demonstrations against military and then fled to the areas which are controlled by Eros to get military training. Instead, the NUG was busy with forming of various virtual ministries, their affairs, the affairs of their families to get the settlement in third countries including USA through Thailand etc. For those reasons, the people who are not satisfied with the performance of National Unity Government's actions are met with online bullying by the supporters of National Unity Government. Some of the supporters are also the agents implanted by Myanmar military among opposition groups. Some got many followers. Some are powerful to influence on NUG. Some could manage to get hundreds of $1,000s of people donations. Daw Rosey Aung is one of those who faced with the bullying by the supporters and lobbyists of National Unity Government for criticizing National Unity Government. The real aim of National Unity Government is not to pursue the freedom of Myanmar people but to live as exiled government and good future for themselves in third countries. They are hungry to get the money and angry to the people who dared to challenge them to disturb their money-making efforts. Daw Rosey Aung was very critical to them and has faced a lot of bullies by the supporters of National Unity Government during her year as a freedom fighter for Myanmar with very sound and very clean political records.